All right, it's 6 o'clock on Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. Third of the year's already gone. We're gonna open the regular board meeting. Do roll call, please.
Trustee Jen? Here. William is absent. Nathan?
Here.
John?
Here.
Patrick is absent. Chris?
Present.
President Rick?
Here.
Treasurer Brenda? Here. Clerk Lisa, I'm here. Deputy Clerk Erica? Here. Public Works Supervisor Fergie?
Here.
Parks Lead Brody?
Here.
Attorney Dan?
Here.
All right, will you please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Under new business, we have a ton of meetings, minutes. Motions and seconds.
Okay, what are we gonna do? We're doing each one?
Yep, it's not under a,
Okay, I
Consent.
will make a motion to approve the March 11th, 2026 regular board meeting minutes.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to approve March 11th, 2026 regular board meeting minutes. Nathan seconds. Any discussion on the minutes? We can do all in favor, right?
Yes.
Ah, perfect. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 602.
September 9th, 2025, regular board meeting minutes of amendments.
Second?
John makes a motion to approve September 9th, 2025 regular board meeting minutes amendment. Jen seconds. Any discussion on that one? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to approve September 23rd, 2025, administrative board meeting minutes amendment.
Second?
John makes a motion to approve September 23rd, 2025 administrative board meeting minutes amendment. Chris seconds. Was it you, Chris? All right. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? Passes at 603.
Motion to approve November 11th, 2025, regular board meeting minutes amendment.
Second?
John makes a motion to approve November 25th, 2025 administrative board meeting minutes amendment. Jen seconds. Any discussion on that one? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes at 603.
Motion to approve November 25th, 2025 administrative board meeting minutes amendment.
Second.
That's the one I just read. All right. Jen makes a motion to approve November 25th, 2025 administrative board meeting minutes amendment. Nathan seconds. Any discussion? That's E. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes 604.
Motion to approve bills payable dated April 8th, 2026, total of $38,764.64.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to approve bills payable dated April 8th, 2026 for a total of $38,764.64. John, you seconded? Any discussion on the bills payable? That one's roll call.
Patrick is absent. Chris?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
William is absent. Nathan?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
That passes at 604 also.
Motion to approve outside meetings totaling $600.
Second.
John makes a motion to approve outside meetings for a total of $600. Nathan seconds. Any discussion on the outside meeting pay? That is also money, so we're going to do roll call.
John?
Yes.
Patrick is absent. Chris?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
William is absent. Nathan?
Yes.
That passes at 605. We are through all of those.
I have a question before we move on. I thought that, is the $600 not part of the bills payable that we just approved?
No,
It's not?
it's on payroll. I mean, it's payroll, it's separate.
I
And
got you.
in the
That's
pay,
right.
well,
That's good enough.
but-
I just
okay.
didn't realize it.
All right, sure.
Appreciate
Can I
it.
ask that question?
But
Yeah.
I thought that we, at one time we didn't
It
approve
wasn't
that.
as different.
Yeah,
I thought we-
It's usually on there, we just usually do it under consent.
okay.
And the-
That's
I
fine.
guess you never were here when it was like this way. Were you always under the consent agenda? Or did you?
No, he wasn't. We didn't
No, it's
start
not,
We used to do it this way.
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right.
Four scores.
More than 3 years.
Really?
that. We got one score.
Well, I had to, but I got it.
Daniel?
Dan.
All right, water bill drawing?
That's fine.
Pick anybody.
I agree with you there. Look at it.
Well, not that one, no. 146 Harvest Glen.
That's my neighbor.
Yeah?
Yeah, actually.
Well, there, he gets the benefit.
I'll let him know.
All right.
What is it, 50 off?
25.
As long as they do it.
it's all the raising, maybe we should.
I don't remember, what was this contract for?
It's the,
This is the-
electric supply for MC. MC, accurate electric supply.
You need us to make it?
Yeah, I can't make a motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 26-13, authorizing the village president to seek electrical aggregation bids and enter into a wholesale electricity supply contract.
Second,
Jen makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-13. Nathan seconds. Discussion on it. You want to? I don't, for MC.
It's the, MC, contract, it was done like last year. I think it's done every 3 years.
Yes.
So we've done it 3 years ago and it's due, coming up, this year is gonna end.
September, right?
Yes.
Is this for the, I thought we just did the residents, is this for our?
For the wastewater?
Yes.
Okay, so it's our.
yeah, we just did ours, that's fine. Okay.
But this is just for the residents though. We did the other ones, right?
Or did, or am
I thought we did the residents.
No.
I thought we did our stuff. Now we're doing, this would be us going in for the
Okay, so
residents.
this is for the residents.
Whether or not that includes the wastewater treatment, I don't know.
No, that's all falls under, because that's what we did the last time was.
The residents.
For well
is the
one, well
that
two.
ends in September, and this is the one that where you can sign up or you don't have to.
Right.
You could do it yourself.
Yeah, they can opt out.
Well, you can opt out, right? You automatically are included in it unless you opt out.
Right, they're automatically
You have
included in the
option to
aggregation.
opt out.
Correct. But it's usually the best rate.
It's usually better rate than what you get from anybody else. so.
Usually,
So all what you.
I wish I could get back on aggregation in Loves Park.
yeah, unless you're solar in it, I guess.
And then you're paying the solar bill, so what's the difference?
Yeah.
Any discussion on this? When it comes up?
Nope.
No. Somebody had a question. Let's see what their take on aggregation is. Roll call.
Nathan,
Yes.
John,
Yeah.
Patrick is absent, Chris,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
William is absent.
That passes at 6:08. All right, we had an OSHA visit. They found 7 items to complain about. And according to Brett, the biggest one they found was exit signs at the wastewater plant and didn't even write that one up. So, they've been fixed. Our staff has been phenomenal at working on getting a solution to the 7 problems. And I will let Brett share that with you.
I mean, do we wanna go into them or just? kinda give
You can
it
read off what
out
the
foot?
problem and what the solution.
Just a quick synopsis.
Okay.
Quick.
Yeah, there was, like I said, total 7. Let me find,
Because they're always gonna find something.
yeah, I mean, I won't get into 2 because there's literally paragraphs here, so,
You can even read yours, digest it down to what they actually found rather than the
yeah.
long-winded.
There was a couple, like one of them was, behind our shop. We have a big, cylinder, propane cylinder back there. We have some little ones that we found in ditches over the years. We have to get rid of those, empty them out, and then basically scrap them. So that was one of them. Lockout, tagout, they call it an energy control program, but it's basically your lockout, tagout. We have lockout, tagout. We use lockout, tagout. We actually have, which I was talking to Lisa today, it may not have gotten sent to them, which we will scan and send to them, but we are going to update, basically our lockout, tagout mainly the training side of it and just, documentation, stuff like that. But we do have one, we do use it, so this is just kind of dialing it in a little bit, cleaning it up, and just some documentation is the main thing, so. Let's see. Actually, two of these were kind of tied together with the lockout tag. The one was that, and then the other one was the training, so we're kind of combining those. Let's see, this one, guards, we did have to replace on our bench grinder, our guards. So we had guard, but the one was all jacked up, so literally we did that 2 days later after he left. So, that's already been done. And the lockout tag, we are already working on that. Brenda, Lisa, Erica, we're all kind of coming together, working on templates and training, and Brenda, Erica, well, we've got a whole list of training to do, annual training by the month, and got all kinds of subjects now and topics we can train on, so we'll include parks, so it'll be pretty awesome. Some labeling issues, we had some used oil barrels. We didn't know you actually literally have to write used oil on the outside of the barrel, so we learned that. And then we had a barrel up at the well, same thing, it was a new barrel of oil, but it's never been used, so it's gonna go and get rid of it, it's been there for 20 years. So, just some labeling, stuff like that, SDS stuff, I don't know who's familiar, or,
Save the data sheets for each.
yep, it used to be MSDS, now it's SDS.
Any chemical you carry, got it.
So we're looking and speaking with Rick on that. There is ways to basically have access to the website, a website that has all of them listed. We don't have to keep binders, we don't have to do any of that. There's QR codes, which I did look into, Rick.
That's very nice.
Links you to websites, so literally if you have a chemical, and they're always up to date. So you don't have to do the 3-ring binder thing and try to keep up with them, which is absolutely horrible trying to do that.
My 3-ring binder at my shop has been sitting there for 6 years, and I haven't touched it.
Yep.
So I know I'm not up to date.
Yep, so started researching that, to try to find one that is a decent price that gets us what we need.
So you're saying you would just put the QR on the,
If it's one that has a QR code, yes, they got posters of QR codes you can mount anywhere and literally scan the code or go to the website and there it is, so. And then basically, workplace hazard assessments, so basically, if we're doing this, like you're grinding, everybody knows you have to wear earplugs and safety glasses, so it's basically just hazard assessment, no matter what it is in the village, so it could be one of 1,000 things.
Did you find out whether our insurance company will do that for us?
Brenda?
Yes.
Yep, oh, sorry. go ahead,
Perfect.
Brenda.
Yeah, we have training
Yep.
portal that we
Yep.
can use.
Absolutely.
Yep, so that's actually.
They usually will.
Looking pretty awesome. And then, that was basically, I kind of combined a couple here, so for the most part, that was it, yeah, so.
pretty, they had to look for that stuff.
I was actually
It's not bad.
pretty happy with it, I really was.
And you fixed the exit signs too.
Exit signs were done within a week,
What was wrong with them?
they weren't there.
Oh, they weren't?
The building was built and no exit signs were put in the building. So we added them, Weaver ran down to it, tied them in, and we added exit signs.
Damn man.
So, no, those were done literally like a week later, so. But no, everything that I said, the ball is rolling on everything, so. Some things have already been completed, so.
So then you just document each one to the state? saying-
Yep, there's a whole process, we gotta document, we gotta send it, pictures, if we have receipts for something we did, there's a whole list of things that you can do to basically, say it's been completed,
And
so.
you can just buy the coursework and just tell me you want the company for the coursework.
Yeah, so,
A lot of it was just pretty much housekeeping and training.
yeah,
You can just go to
that's
have
a
a
big part
company
of
and say,
it.
we bought this package from this company,
Yes.
so much per, so.
Yes.
But then you gotta prove you took the courses, so
Yep.
that's,
Yep.
Well, that's true, but
Yep.
I mean, it's all documented.
Which that's
Yep.
also being worked on too, so we've got a program, I should say, we're kind of building our training program.
So they didn't really find anything too serious.
Nothing too serious, I was actually very, very pleased with it.
if you read the codes, it says they found stuff severe.
It is,
but
they
it's
list it
not-
as serious, but
Yeah,
it's.
that's pretty.
It's all pretty minor.
That's how they do it. We have lockout tag out because he literally was taking pictures of each one going, oh, that's great to see. So, this is all due by May 7th.
And there's no fines associated.
As of right now, there is zero money.
Yeah, it said, literally on the thing, it said, total due $0.
Yep, there's no dollars on this. So, yep, so we are working on it.
Now, if we don't get it taken care of and get the stuff sent in, then they'll come back
Then
and,
money kicks in. So, yes, so,
Love
all in
those.
all, not bad, not bad.
when they went self-funded, it got real expensive.
So
All
I'll
right.
keep you updated as we go.
They don't come as often as they used to, right? They used to come more frequently. That's been a while since we've been here, hasn't it?
Back in like 13 or something.
Yeah, so it's been 13 years. They must
Well,
be
it's hard to do OSHA inspections with
they must be
COVID
underfunded
restrictions.
then.
All right, we'll move on to Lisa.
For the FOIA report, I just had my monthly, Judiocracy. Every month they just ask for a list of things. I just noticed that since about January. And I've answered them all, so, and I guess this might say February, but the extension was to the 17th, but I answered everything already, so I guess everything's good to go.
Really hope-
They
Any
like their
questions?
information, don't they?
What's the catch that they're not doing it, right?
Well, it's that company that tries to get you with either too many to answer, or they try to get it into an obscure email where then you miss it, and then they tell you they will settle for a, $500 to
Yeah, say
$1,000
it's
fine.
something you
Yeah,
take-
it's a money grab is what they're trying to do.
They know how small we are, we don't have that.
That's why they pick on us.
They don't think we have, but we got the receipt.
County found one of theirs in an email in their highway department, in an email that nobody almost ever looks at. When I called Bruce and warned him about it, they started looking through all their emails, and they found one in the highway department email, a FOIA request.
That's great.
So, any questions on FOIA? Then I would want to talk about the plan review and code enforcement. I gotta put my speaker.
Go be an happy right there.
So if you look at your little attachment thing on in front of you, I basically made like an estimate comparison. BNF is for sure accurate. The other two is a little difficult to come up with pricing comparisons because they're hourly, where BNF is a flat rate. But given that they both said, it takes them, like half an hour to basically do, like Safe Built said, it takes half an hour-ish to do a plan review. I just kind of went based off of that for the 2 hourly ones. BNF does come in as the lowest cost for the plan review and the inspections. I
That's good job, Tom.
wanted to bring up the code enforcement part, because we have had an issue with code enforcement for, a year and a half now or so, where there's several issues going on, like people parking on grass and stuff, and it's not allowed, or installing or fences and stuff without permits. And
Anything without a permit.
BNF will say that's, we'll take care of it, and then I don't ever hear back from them. So I think that there should be maybe one of these other two companies, or anyone available if they do this, maybe we go with someone else for code enforcement. That way we have someone that their sole purpose is code enforcement for us. Because while BNF does everything, plan review, inspections, and code enforcement, they're excelling in plan review and inspections, but then code enforcement, I don't know if it's like a distance issue or if they just don't have the staff for it, but that is, I think, mainly the issue that we're having with BNF.
So those issues though, long grass, Karen, we can still set out a letter ourselves without a code enforcement stamp on it anyway.
We can, it's easier if we have a violation. Like BNF, when they were doing it, would give us a violation notice, they would tape it to their door, they'd bring a copy
I
back to
get
us,
that
and we'd
part,
mail it
but
out.
we can still, if somebody calls you and says, my neighbor's got long grass,
Mm-hmm.
Brett can roll by there and doesn't have to get out the measure to see it's exceeding what the ordinance does, and we just send them a letter.
But that's what we were trying to get away from.
Well, I understand that, but
Is
It's not
me
Public
trying to
Works jobs
automatically
to
do
be
this.
doing
But
that.
at $21,000 a year, so. And I certainly would think that's what Eric was saying, that's a side dish to that.
Just what
code
we're
enforcement.
paying.
You'd probably rather not even do it. They just wanna take the gravy of $315,000-$16,000 worth of goes on. Which will probably all these other ones do, because none of these are closed. We know that, Lakeside, he's gonna probably fly a drone over it and do something like that, the way that was set up. But, none of these are gonna be
So,
close enough. to want to
Which
fly.
one was the one that most recently came out and he did the presentation?
Lakeside.
That was
Lakeside, they're the ones that have the app and all that?
What's his name,
They
Dodo?
both kind of, he has like the app and like more of a developed app, I guess. Safe Built had like a portal, but
Okay.
that was more for inspections and plan
What was
reviews.
his last name, Rick what?
But none of them are gonna excel, like you said, are gonna excel in the code.
Dan,
enforcement.
that's right,
Sounds
Dan.
like anybody can do these building things,
And-
where we need them more.
Right.
But didn't we go down that path before, and we were really reluctant to even find anybody who just does code enforcement? Do we have
There
somebody who
used to
does
be,
code enforcement?
We did, but.
yeah, long ago there was a designated trustee that did code
Yep.
enforcement.
Well, there was more than.
And he was in the backyards of people, so
That was, yeah,
he was overstepping
a
boundaries.
little bit. We
So-
need something.
Most of us have done that, have done code enforcement,
Yeah,
it sucks.
Did you do ordinance enforcement? No?
I have
We've all touched it, so.
but
There isn't a designated person at the moment who is doing it, and that
No,
is
I
the
get it.
issue.
I get it.
are these
Is that-
prices based off of the whole package though, or are these, like, if we chose to use someone just for code enforcement, these prices would still be valid?
Well, we wouldn't get a code enforcement.
Well, there is like if you look at the bottom of each person, I guess, there is a code enforcement like.
Right, it's broken off, but are these prices based off of a package because we use all these services? Or are these prices based off of a line item
I mean,
pricing?
I asked we have BNF obviously, but I asked both Safe Built and Lakeside for their like. you'd call it
breakdown?
Their fee, the stuff that they charge people, and that is what they sent me.
So on the back, where it says $75 an hour for 5 hours, or 75 or 20 hours.
That was just math that I did. It's,
No, I get that, but how often did they say, sorry, does anybody say they're gonna be out here for 5 hours?
I think we can go into a contract that says this is how many hours they'll spend out here, but I don't think we have one specifically for that with BNF. We just email them, say this person called in about this address, please come look at it, and then whatever time they spend out here is what they charge us.
I'd rather have
So-
somebody come to periodically look. so
Yeah,
they can
then that's how they used to be, and that's how they started, and then I'm not sure if it was a staff issue or if it's distance,
No,
but
if we have
it's,
to pay for that, then that's fine, at least there's
Yeah.
somebody.
at least there's someone out here looking, because,
Yeah, but do we lose $20,000 a year and people not pulling permits?
I was at $20,000
Well,
a year.
And the thing is, how much of the stuff don't we know? Because somebody made the comment about
yeah.
flying a
the
drone
most-
over.
Most of
If you
the
fly a drone
issues I
over, you're gonna
get-
see it all.
Most of the issues I get are about long grass, cars parked in grass, and people building things without a permit.
Which happens quite often.
Often, very often in the summer. Once summer hits, that's
Right. but I
like
would-
10% of my phone calls is
I would
people
think
complaining
you'd
about
come
the
out,
neighbors.
But I guess it goes back to my question, so if you get a call about long grass, and you just send a letter out then?
I send it to BNF, and I mean, I can start, but we have no proof then. That's the thing, is I can send everyone in the village a letter saying your grass is
So
too
you
long,
You're saying,
but whether they listen or not is,
And
they're
I
not
don't
gonna
know
listen to a
By the
letter.
time the letter gets to them, right,
They may
with the
have
And they may have,
They might
yeah,
have mowed their grass already, and then we get another call saying you sent me a letter and my grass.
well, I
is
get
mowed.
it,
Yeah.
I get it.
But that's not what we should do, we should pay somebody to come out.
and
twice a month.
it's verifying that the
5 hours.
grass is longer than the 8 inches. It's verifying that there's someone living there and making sure that they can, leave a notice on the property while also bringing us a copy saying that they've left a notice so that we can mail them a letter saying, you have this notice, you have this long to fix it.
They could take a picture for all.
Yeah,
I
and
would-
that's how BNF used to do it, was with pictures, and that was perfect.
I like Chris's idea though, is during the summer months, you have them come out a couple times a month and go through it. In the winter months, you have them come out once a month, and unlikely anybody's gonna be out there building much in the winter, but,
Right.
And before you.
but I would try just, because Lakeside was strange. When Rick was here, he was reading off cue cards when he first started talking, but as soon as we got into questions, the guy was a completely different guy. And he knew what he was talking about and had just, it was a strange
I get the feeling he just wants to look at the pictures sitting in an office somewhere.
Well, he probably just doesn't
He'd be the
speak
less
well.
apt to
He's probably
want to
sending other
drive out
people.
here and look at
Public
it.
speaking's not a strong point,
He did
the,
say that you could make a schedule and they will come out but they will customize it to what you want, so.
yes.
My opinion is, we're gonna try that, and you really would wanna try somebody else other than who we're using. Obviously, the permits and stuff, BNF is cheaper, and we don't wanna raise the rates to the residents. But for the stuff we're doing for code enforcement, to find the people that are violating, I would try Lakeside.
Well, and it's $5 more an hour. I mean,
Right.
it's not like we're making a leap of like, of the other one, which is, I mean, the safety bill was like, it is
85?
$15 more an
Yeah.
hour, so.
But it comes back to Nate's point, would Lakeside be willing just to do code enforcement with nothing else?
And they can make
And
that
I
call.
can reach out to them and ask
See,
and
that's what
say
we
if.
need. If the
yeah,
Just tell them we'd like
rates
to,
are-
tell them we'd like to start with that and see how that goes, and
This is their in, yeah, and then
and if he asks about the rest of it, say you were higher than everybody else, than the person we're currently using.
Okay.
Of course, maybe he wouldn't inject himself into things he doesn't belong in, but as the other one has
Where are
done.
they from, though? Anybody know where was he out of? That's a cruise.
Where's Lakeside out of?
They are.
Besides them, Lake?
I'm not sure.
It's up near, it's up that.
Yeah, it's, I think it's
Lakeside?
within,
Their office is next
A
door to
distance.
Ansel Link.
yeah, it was like Chicago, I think.
Wow, that's a cruise.
Yeah.
Well, that is,
Tells
yeah.
me the
I don't know where they are.
But they have a lot of municipalities already out in the
Right.
area
They do.
that they were working with, so I'm assuming
That
that
was-
person would just
because they're missing
continue
it.
And
their.
it might be one of those things, you can find out if somebody else already has times slotted and it's available. That way they can just put it in with that.
Just
Right.
stop on by while they're already stopping by.
It might not
and
be
you
5
buy time.
hours every 2 weeks, it might be 2 hours every week, but at least we could get them why they're already out this direction.
So we're already paying BNF then, right now, we pay them a monthly fee for their code enforcement?
When they come out.
If they go
When
out.
if they come out,
And that's
but,
the same way with Lakeside, so this is only gonna be if you say I got,
You're gonna have
right,
to
it
ask them.
should be. I'll ask them their details as far as that goes, cause when he came out and,
'cause this
presented,
could
it
be
was for
paying this
everything.
Whether they come out or not.
Have we communicated with BNF that we are disappointed with their code enforcement?
I have not, but I can to see if maybe they would like to, but
I would tell them that, you know, we're.
I know they know we're
looking
disappointed
at
with
others.
everything else, cause I've had that conversation with
Why
them.
don't we just try something different?
I was gonna go with Blessing. If you're
Well,
worried
I
about,
think
if
we've
you're
got
worried about the price of the inspections, then
But I think we've had this problem with BNF from day one, you gotta keep reminding them to get them off their duff to come do something, and we shouldn't have to.
it could be that way with everyone.
Well, that's
I
true.
don't know.
Well, we won't know until we try.
Let's try somebody else.
That's true.
Yeah, if you wanna take-
I would just go with everything with Lakeside, give them a try for a year, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I know they are a tad more expensive for their stuff,
Yeah, that's fine.
but at least they're doing something.
Well, I mean, BNF is doing the regular inspections, right? So that's
Yeah.
not an issue, then
Yeah,
it's
they're
a little
great at
more
that.
expensive with the new company, but it's not
So, I
off
guess,
the ball.
this side of the room says that, what does that side of the room think about going with BNF for a year?
Wait,
Or not BNF, but Lakeside for a year?
completely
Everything.
with everything? Is that what
That's what
I
Chris
just
suggested.
said?
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna do one or the other.
Yeah, I don't think they would
or
either,
the cost will go so much upon the code enforcement, it would make sense to move.
cause they may just do all their stuff when
But
they're
you might
out
also
here.
be able to get BNF to, you might, get it written into an agreement saying that they're going to spend this, in the summertime, 5 hours every other week to do code enforcement.
Let's just try it.
And if they're out here doing inspections anyway, it really shouldn't be that difficult. It should be pretty easy.
But again, if you have the outlaw grass that comes in after they were out here, you're gonna pay them then for them to, so.
Okay, I'll go back to my question. This side suggested we look at going to Lakeside for a year. What are your thoughts?
I think we could try, either way, if we wanna go to BNF and ask them to step it up, or just switch to Lakeside, I'm good with either one.
I would agree with that.
What do you think, Nathan?
I would get it.
I'll tell you my opinion on it is in September, if I would've had somebody that could have stepped in September, BNF would've been gone then. If I could make that decision on my own.
Didn't try Lakeside.
I like I guess Lakeside is kind of interesting the way they're moving forward with, the whole portals and the taking pictures and making things a little bit more convenient, for the customer too, or, the contractor, whoever else is doing the project, so.
Like
I mean,
you could pay $25 extra and get it done quicker.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you want that? I mean, you don't have to wait for somebody that's coming an hour or hour and a half already. I mean, it's worth the $15 extra that we're probably gonna charge them for a
Let's just
permit
step away
now.
from BNF altogether and try Lakeside for a year, then that's fine. I'm fine.
Give it a go for a year, and we can go and figure out a year contract, and then if it doesn't work out, then we can, at the end of the year, we can think about going back or finding another person at that time, so.
Fine. I'm fine with switching.
And it's not a huge, I mean, what is this? Maybe $10 on most everything, except the biggest thing that would be different would be the commercial plan, because it's 3% of construction costs, a minimum of 300. That's the biggest thing that I see on here. But other than that, everything else is pretty in line.
Again, we'll find out whether they're better, faster, and
I mean, I'm sure our contractors would like the ease and convenience of this,
Yeah.
so.
All
I mean,
right.
it won't delay their product. or
that
their
sounds like
building.
direction.
All right, I'll place it on the agenda for the,
Yeah, that was it for me.
Just clarification.
All right, anything further, Lisa?
no, that's all we have.
Brenda?
Well, Lisa sent you the treasury report this afternoon. But if you have any questions with that, just let me know. And since it's the end of the fiscal year, if you have outside meetings, please get them to me before April 17th so they can be approved on the 25th. Otherwise, they'll have to go in next year.
I'll get it to you tonight, Brenda.
Okay. That's all.
All right, Brent.
All right. Your turn, Dan.
No report, thank you.
What? What?
Parks Department.
Discussion possible direction regarding the special event mobile food licensing. So we were discussing earlier that maybe we need to do a flat rate potentially with some of our mobile food license instead of a percentage to entice more people to come out here, so that way they're not having to give up profits, a larger chunk of the profits. And then it's streamlined, and it's very transparent and clear what they would have to pay. We don't have an idea exactly what we should do. Something that was thrown out was when there's not a large event going on in the park, it would be a smaller fee, and then when there was a large event going on in the park, where it would, eventually take more away from the concessions or something like that, that would be a little bit larger of a fee to come into the park. We don't know exactly what that should be, $50 to $200 maybe, somewhere in that range. I don't know what the neighboring towns are.
Yeah, I'll have to pull some of that information, same way I did with Byron, Oregon. This is basically just getting on here to bring it up again. We had talked and said last time that we'd discuss it in a year and see where we're at. And the feedback that I've gotten from vendors is that they would rather pay a flat fee and risk it than do the profit sharing. They said that everywhere else they go, they pay the flat fee, they risk it, and that's part of the gig with doing their food truck, is you either make your money back or you're SOL.
So if the flat fee covered the administrative side of things, we'd be fine with it.
Correct.
Maybe that's all we should go after.
This is more so for the, I guess I should have clarified, this is more so for when the concession stand is open.
No, I understand that,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying, the only cost we really have in all this is the administration from the office.
No, they have a background check to go through.
But that's not all. I mean, if they're competing against our concession stand, then you're taking business away, which is why we went to the 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
10%, yeah, correct.
Whatever percentage
Yep.
it was, maybe the percentage just to be.
While there's a percentage, that gets paid after.
Yeah.
So if we have someone coming in for a special food license for this, for just one day, let's say, their minimum's 3-day license, but the background check is usually more than the fee. Our 3-day minimum food license is $25. So when we get the background check and have admin go through it, it usually is more than 25, and we're hoping that we can count on the honesty of these people to pay us their percentage. And there has been several times in the past where we get a payment months later, if at all.
Yeah, we
I
have
like
had
it,
a
yeah.
payment that did not come in.
Comment,
So,
yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
yes,
And
so,
they've just been basically, they aren't allowed to come back until they either pay or don't come back.
And the background checks to make sure they're licensed with the state, or are we talking a criminal
No,
background?
they're like regular background check.
Do other communities do that too?
I would hope.
Yeah, no, they do.
You're gonna have somebody.
Selling
I believe when I talked with Oregon and Byron last time, they did it as well, so we were pretty much the same
I
across.
don't have an issue with the
I
flat
can,
fee.
I can tell you that how much the July 3rd of last year, the vendors had to pay, some of them were $100, around $100, up to $300. So it was $900 that we received from their 10%, from their.
And a lot of those that already did all the stuff from the 150th, so.
I think going to a flat fee is great, just figure out what everybody else is charging and be slightly below them.
And as long as it covers our background checks.
Yep.
And then,
Absolutely.
and administration costs, I think we're pretty much good to go.
What
I
about
was
the,
just calling it all administrative.
so we're not gonna worry about the loss of concession revenue?
You should actually.
Well,
We
I
should.
think, right, but don't we
How do you
usually
know
see
what
what
that
they're
number
selling
is?
though?
Because, but it's only.
But
when
we know
you're
what it's
competing.
gonna-
Well, I guess the question is, are they selling the same things that the concession sells?
Not usually.
And because otherwise,
Well-
you're not gonna sell that anyway.
And how do you get a real number on what?
Not necessarily.
And I thought about that before too, but how do you dictate if if a coffee truck comes out here, and we don't sell coffee, and then if a hamburger truck comes out here, but now we charge the hamburger truck a competition fee.
Because they're in competition.
Yeah, it's, like I said, it's open for discussion. We said we'd come back and talk about it in a year, so that's just the feedback that I've gotten, is that they would rather take the flat fee and risk it, when the concession stand is open, instead of the percentage, and I think that it would make our side of things a lot cleaner as well, of getting payment and getting it on time.
And not having to worry about chasing them down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, with no way of really penalizing.
No
them
enforcement
besides
either.
Can't go
Right.
back.
My last payment from July 3rd was, December 31st.
Yeah.
Let's bring a number back then.
No, I think
But
it's
that's
great,
when they
it's
found out
absolutely a
they
great
couldn't come
idea.
back.
Follow through on it, let us know.
Okay.
We can do circle back, Zach.
I'll make a motion for this one, sorry.
We'll circle back
Your-
first.
Your thing. I make a motion for approval of resolution number 26-14, approving and authorizing execution of a proposal for professional services between the Village of Davis Junction and Willett Hoppin for IDNR Osla Grant Community Park Basketball Court improvements in the amount of $27,500.
Second.
It's only gonna be 19,000.
It's gonna be 18, there is something added on to that, sorry.
All right, we'll get in discussion here in a minute. Nathan makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-14. Jen, did you second?
Yes.
Jen seconded. Now we can go to discussion.
You know what, never mind about my question, you can just move
Oh, I mean, I can explain it.
on. Okay.
Go ahead, since you're
From
going.
when we started talking about the Osgood Grant in the fall of August, they had worked on things, so that $9,500 is like the money they spent before we decided just to do the basketball court, because we decided not to do the Osgood Grant, and then, but they were already like working on stuff for the next Osgood Grant, but then the village, you guys said no, and then you said yes, so, and they asked me if I wanted to put it on before or at the tail end when the project was done. So we have to pay them the $9,500 for what they've done for work for us. So I said, just do it now and get it over with.
That's the 9,500 and the 18,000.
Yes, the 18 is for the current project, and then the 95 was for the,
So we spent $9,500 without authorization.
Oh, you should have
That's
seen the one
not
we
on
did, we
me.
authorized the
That's
bridge
not
over
on me.
72.
That's not on
I'm just
me.
saying, that's not supposed to happen, but okay, all right.
I mean, I didn't know.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't know that until you tell, I don't know
I'm
until I get
not
the bills.
blaming
I know.
All right,
She just pays the bills.
any further discussion on the approval of that resolution? Roll call, please.
William is absent. Nathan?
yes?
John?
Yes.
Patrick is absent. Chris?
No.
Vote on that, correct? All right, then I will vote yes. So it is 4-1. At 6:39. Anything further from Parks Department before we get to Parks Committee? All right, we'll move on to the committees. Oh, sorry, Public Works Department. Don't want to leave you out, Brett.
No, okay. I'll just take mine for the committees.
All right. Jen, you're up.
When we did the Easter egg hunt on March 28th, we had a lot of people. I think we had counted just over 200, but we had people running up the last 5 minutes. So, I don't know what all that was, but we had a lot of kids. We have some ideas on what we may want to throw around next year. I don't know if you want to hear the ideas now, but I'm talking about it, so you're going to hear them anyway. We talked about getting sponsors, asking businesses to donate with the age groups, like 0 to 2, if they would donate like a wagon, and it's hidden, like a paper is hidden in an egg or something, and they open it, they claim it, and do like one for each age group, something like that, and work up to either, like a bike with training wheels, a bike, whatever, so whatever we could possibly get, that's just an idea versus, plus what we already do, but I don't know how you guys feel about doing anything like that, because I know in the past, when I first started as a volunteer, I made up baskets that kids got tickets for, so I know we've come full circle around on the things that we have done. From hard-boiled eggs.
With X's on
Yep. Smashed in the ground for different things and stuff like that, so. I don't know how you guys feel about doing something different.
The big prizes, I think we discussed, are trying to find sponsorships
Yeah,
for
just
it.
trying to find us,
So-
if we could, whether, ask Walmart, whether we go to a business in town and be like, hey, can you sponsor a trike for such and such age group for, our Easter egg hunt?
How many different age groups are there?
6.
So why wouldn't we could very easily do that ourselves at $100 per category and add an extra $600.
Right, but we talked about it, Brody, we sat and we discussed it, and we just thought, you know what? Anything we can do to give our local businesses a shout out, and try to just build relationships in our small community.
Well, when you say Walmart, then
Well, I'm just saying, like, if we could get everything there, or if that specific business, let's say, Benny's would say, yep, we'll do the wagon. Well, if they want to go down to whatever big, I don't know what the store name is, and they're like, hey, you know what, we got a deal, we got here's, and I don't know, like, on the legal front, how that works. If they can buy can they go buy the thing and bring it to us if they're donating it? And it's not an issue?
The village can accept
Okay,
donation.
okay. I just didn't know how, like, if,
well, whatever you want, it's more on you
I know, we just, is trying something new.
and Brody.
We just sat and discussed it after the hunt and said, this is something different, and I noticed we had people from other communities here, which I love to see, because then they're like, oh, man, we've never been to one like this. So, it was just something we kind of discussed and thought, oh, we could try. Worst they can say is no.
And like I said, I would still throw out there, we could always buy the wagon ourselves.
Right, right.
And all of these category gifts. Let's say you get no donations. I don't have any problem with that either. This has been,
So,
we used to put money in the eggs, didn't
yes.
Yes, yeah,
we? In more of a frenzy then.
yeah.
We did the gold dollar coin.
Bills.
I think children
Second, Joey?
appropriated gifts
Yeah.
versus cash is kind of neat, that's kind of cool. Because you can do like 0 to 2, you can do a baby stroller or a wagon.
Right.
Right.
It would be age appropriate, larger
Right.
items, so, the 11, 12 and up
Right.
would get a larger bike or
No, I
something
get
of
something.
that nature, yeah. Whereas,
say
in
go for
the
either one.
0 for 2 probably is not gonna get too much of a large item, so.
Just spend the money if you can't get the donation, what's $600?
Wow.
Something that's been running for how many years? has it been
Why
running?
wouldn't Benny's or?
Right, and I think,
They might.
I think because it's something that's not a huge donation, that I think businesses would do it.
So do I.
Well, I think your
Yeah.
banks would, your doctor's offices might.
You know, because even if we could have signs out there that says sponsored by,
Well, hopefully
You
they're
know?
always here, so you know they're good
Right.
for something.
Right.
Byron Bank's usually here, right? So-
yes, Byron Bank does the DJ and Holcomb Bank does the refreshments. They've been doing, I mean, Holcomb Bank's been here for as long as I've been here.
So one of them picks up an extra bike and the other picks
Right.
up whatever. so.
And there's a vendor that
UW?
reached out to us that said they will help with the other, holidays as well, so we can give you the information.
Right.
Yeah, cause I mean, like the restaurants could offer
And
Right.
whatever
an
you don't
entree or
get,
something, you know?
we can pay the rest.
It's just more work for you, I was just thinking if we just did the money, it's less for you or.
Our parents
Brody,
interested
they
in
have to
it,
go
just
there.
out of curiosity.
Just a one.
I don't have any younger kids, and I just didn't know.
Sometimes the parents are an issue versus the children.
Yes.
It was great this year, though. Everyone was
mean, yeah.
patient this year and
Yeah.
organized this
I
year. It
remember
was,
some of those years.
it was really, yeah.
Yeah, because-
Usually you're pushing people back sometimes.
Yeah,
but this
because
year
I
was-
know Brody thought it would be a good idea if we took the paint and just painted the areas and not use the tape, and we're like, we need the tape because we gotta keep,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially when you
whatever,
have money hidden in eggs.
Do his jet line.
Yeah. yeah. And Brenda and I are like, probably, we need to keep them back. But, yeah, cause I held them up probably, we didn't start at exactly 11 because I held it up because we had people running from the parking lot and I could see it and I didn't wanna see kids cry because of it, so we waited till they all got their positions and we did give away, got rid of all that box of bags you found. Got rid of the ones that say Village of Davis Junction, they're reusable shopping
Oh,
bags.
the red bags?
Yep, a lot of
Yeah.
people really like that. I actually had a guy come up after the fact. Wanna know if there was any left because they had gotten so much stuff. And we gave them all away, so. But I think it was a good turnout and we had, Glow Coffee asked if they could come. So they
That was a
came
hit.
and that was a hit.
It was
With-
cold.
with- Yeah, because it was cold, chilly morning, so we did that. On to our July 3rd event, we just had a meeting prior to this, and we got another donation, so we are up to $16,450.
Excellent.
So we're,
That's beautiful.
We have room for a few more,
yeah, we have,
so we're really hoping
Yeah.
that those will get filled.
Yep, we have a VIP left, a Rockstar left.
The rest are unlimited.
Yeah,
Oh, Rockstars are on, okay.
yeah.
But yeah, so
Good deal.
we're getting some very good donations. So,
You have a bunch of stuff on the back.
I do?
Yep.
I don't look that far.
Are we handing out anything for the event that's free, that would let people know they were there?
For the
Like,
tour.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, we're planning on doing koozies right now.
Do what?
Koozies.
Canned koozies?
And the best.
Something so they know they were there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's face painting and other
Yeah.
events and things like that, and then there's some raffle stuff. Yeah, some raffles and things of that
I think
nature
just
too.
something that, because some people get excited about something you can throw on a shelf to say, oh my God, I was there,
Yeah,
you know? But we're not gonna buy T-shirts, right? Just,
not
We'll make bobbleheads of
not like we did for the 150th.
I am
No.
running out.
That was our largest expense last time, and I think that
I am running out, though.
Yeah.
we've dialed it down this year. So
They are-
Okay.
Well, actually though, if you wanted to do T-shirts, and don't laugh, Team U, pretty decent quality, and you can get them for all, pretty reasonable.
Check that out there.
Especially when you get up to high quantity. I'll bring you some. Well, actually, the shirts from Team U, $7. So, with a logo. So, I mean, you can really, and you get up into the hundreds or 500s or 1,000, they just, might take 3 weeks to get them, but I'll bring some T-shirts. They're as good as those Surf Internet ones. Because a T-shirt, right, I mean, when we started giving them away, we were, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't see a T-shirt in this bag.
There was some on the counter. Surf Internet left T-shirts on the counter. Well, I'm saying, seriously, look at Team, look at the cost on just a regular copy T-shirt with a little logo.
Timu just scares me.
Made by slave labor in some third world country.
Well, where do you think 4Imprint made it? It wasn't made here. It was maybe done here, but those shirts came from Bangladesh.
Okay, so I wanna make a motion to approve resolutions 2615, approving and authorizing execution of quote for tent rental from Midwest Tents and Events for 2026 Independence Day event. I know that was 14 something.
How much?
It was 1,400 and something, wasn't it?
1495, I wanna say, but I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, 59.80.
Okay, 14,
59 and
Yep.
80 cents.
yep, 1,400,
So on all three of these you have comments?
$59.80.
Just for the record, Dan has comments on two of these, so,
Do we have to vote on these because they're
Contracts?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so anybody second that?
second.
All right. Jen makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-15 in the amount of $1,459.80. Nathan seconds. Discussion, and is that what it was?
Sure, I got an opportunity to review this when it hit the packet. I sent Lisa some comments this afternoon. I appreciate that you all may not have seen those comments yet. But the contract does require the village to maintain all insurance the vendor may require. Maybe you already know what that is, and you've already talked to your insurance broker. But that's something I would encourage you to do, and I have some other comments that we could look at.
Okay.
And I don't know if there's an urgency to approve this tonight, or whether there's time to look into that.
Yeah, we have time to look into it. I mean, it's, the pricing he said was still good, and, so, yeah, we can push this off till the next meeting if we want to. Yeah. They respond pretty quick, so whatever the questions are, I can get back before the next meeting, we'll be fine. We just wanna postpone this till the next meeting.
So is 3's good though?
So you're saying, see if they have a certificate of insurance they can give us?
No, they're requiring us to insure them.
That's for sure, okay. All right, I guess that's me.
Now, this is the same company we used last year, and then we just assumed those things last year. I'm not exactly sure what we
Yeah, for the
assumed,
150th.
but the 150th was this. So I don't know if this was a concern of yours again last time this was done, but
All it is still that we could. cover
that if we
it.
damage it, that our insurance would cover it if, I'm assuming if we have a riot out there or something of that nature, yeah, so.
I think the question is that we
Right,
don't know.
oh, we can still look into it, yeah, obviously,
Brenda
but
said
like,
she'll
I'll
look
call
into
the
it.
agent
Oh,
tomorrow.
what's the other one you have an issue with, so we don't make a we'll table this one, but what's the other one?
Yeah, similar issues on the generator rental. And I acknowledge and appreciate that these are small dollar contracts, and that's probably why they are written so favorably to the vendor. But this agreement requires the village to indemnify the vendor for the vendor's own negligence. So that's just something
If the generator blew up and hurt two people, we're liable?
right. So that's just something
Oh, wasn't that-
I have to point out and would encourage you to look at. But the motion on the floor right now is
Right.
about
Tent rental.
approving the
So-
tent, and it sounds like maybe someone might
Wanna
want to
table it?
postpone consideration
So we make a motion to
for.
Okay, I'll make a motion to
Postpone?
postpone the previous motion.
Sorry.
Jen makes a motion
Table
to,
it.
That's not right.
Jen makes a motion to postpone consideration of resolution number 26-15. Chris seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And I'll put it in her tabled 4-0.
so then we just skip the generator
Yep.
as of now?
Yep.
We don't need a table or do anything like that?
So we don't want the generator one, we just go right to number 3.
Yeah, so it's not an issue?
Okay, then, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2617, approving and authorizing execution of quote for face painting services from the Freckled Brush for the 2026 Independence Day event. And this is actually just the contract, but it is being sponsored by somebody, a business is covering that cost.
So at no cost to the village?
No,
Okay. Jen makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-17 at no cost to the village. John seconds. Discussion?
yeah, this is just a contract with her, I think instead of doing a deposit, we're just paying her
Yeah.
in full. To do the face painting during the event.
We will. Sounds good. Anything further?
Nope.
Roll call.
Chris,
Yes.
Thank you.
Jen,
Yes.
William is absent, Nathan,
Yes.
John, Patrick is absent.
Passes 4-0 at
That is
6:55.
all I have.
All right, finance, Brenda, you have anything for that?
No?
All right, we're moving on. Parks?
We kind of summed up everything in the last round.
All right, Public Works? Streets?
I'm not sure. Why is this on here for approval? Anybody?
The microsurface street maintenance, I guess we approved part of it, but this is the, part
Do
from
we have to
IDOT.
approve,
MFT.
do we have to approve the,
MFT fund.
MFT funds?
I thought we did that the
we
last,
approved hiring Willett Hoffman to do the project, which would include the bidding and filing of the MFT. Do we then need to approve the fact that they filed the MFT? Is it because it's an agreement? Or,
General street
I mean,
maintenance.
we just filed with the state, is that something we need to approve? I'm asking you, Dane.
I did not receive this until it hit the packet, so I don't know the background of it. But
I guess we
it
can-
does look like a kind of standard IDOT form
Because it has.
that might be related to your prior approval. But
You know,
the approval to have, the approval to have the Willett Hoffman do the work is different than an approval directed at the state of Illinois.
Well,
At a very high level.
that work is part of the contract with them that we approved. Filing with IDOL, the bid, the rest. So I'm not sure you know what, I'll just make the motion and we'll move on. I'll make a motion to approve resolution 26-18, 2026 general street maintenance microsurfacing MFT funds. Section 26-0000-00-GM.
Second?
Chris makes a motion to approve resolution number 26-18, Jen seconds. Any discussion on it?
I have no idea why.
We're all completely lost.
We've already discussed that we were gonna spend $150,000.
Well, and then we'll find out from Matt then whether or not this was actually needed, and if it's not, we'll know
I
going
don't know,
forward.
because Dale asked me in an email today, if we needed to approve sending the street light, the sign, flashing light sign, to the board for approval, for them to put it out for bid. Well, we've already approved that contract, we'll fill it up in too. So, I don't know if they actually,
This might be redundant, but we'll,
it seems,
all right, roll call then, it's money.
Patrick is absent, Chris,
yes.
Jen,
Yes.
William is absent, Nathan,
yes.
John,
Roll call 4-0 at 6:58.
You got anything else?
Couple fiber projects going on, nobody,
Yeah, they're
so
kind of crappy.
still, crazy busy, like, really busy.
Lots of locating still.
Oh, it's like there's no end in sight.
All right, you have anything on wastewater?
Because there's not right now.
Brett, you have anything on wastewater?
I believe, Lisa, Erica, Brenda, one of you, is it April 15th for the Vector pad? I can't remember, I should have had that before.
Yes, I think so.
I
Yes, I think
apologize.
it's 15.
Yeah, we had Nick was down here, we had I think they called it a pre-bid meeting where contractors can come and ask questions, nobody showed. But there have been 6 or 7 contractors pull.
Nice.
So that's awesome for us, so more, better. So yes, the Vector pad is moving along, so bid opening on that, and that's.
All right, John?
Brett, you ready for water?
I think it's the 15th. Let's see, water, we're gonna try to flush hydrants, the week of the thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, appreciate it. The week of the 20th, this month, hopefully, depending on locating and how many holes are in ditches. And then, we, out
before we do, so unfinished business, 1100 Illinois, we're still working on Rolling Meadows Water Sewer Agreement,
Still working.
still working on it. Surf Frontier Internet, right of works, so those are done, aren't they? Surf and Frontiers Internet, the right of ways?
Pending some agreements with them is what I,
Oh, for the newer sections? Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, the next phase?
Yeah, probably, as they get farther back. I've received a few calls, and Erica, I think they received an email
Sections.
regarding the village's position on this data center that's in Rockford, on Edson Road. I guess the person today was fairly upset. Want to know why we're not taking care of our residents that live on Friday Road. They have Davis Junction addresses, but they're not in the village. They are county, either Ogle County or Winnebago County, depending on which end of the road they live on. But I mean, my personal opinion at this point is, we do not have enough information about that project, and I don't think Rockford has enough information about that project for us to take a stance on it one way or the other. Just wonder what your guys' opinions on it were.
I think you summarized it right there. We don't have enough information to make an informed decision.
Right.
And as far as people who don't pay taxes into the village, they need to voice their concerns to whoever their representative is, which is, in this case, not the village of Davis Junction.
Where is the information coming from that these people are gathering?
There are some meetings that have taken place. I don't know who was hosting those, because my conversations with the city of Rockford was that the company released it before they were supposed to. Rockford had no knowledge they were releasing the project.
Okay,
Rockford doesn't even have design drawings and stuff yet.
okay,
So I mean, it is far too early
okay.
but there's, and I understand the people. I understand it's in your backyard, and I understand that being upset about it. But right now, we don't have enough information to make an informed decision.
Rockford is, my understanding is that area has been slated for that type of, or like, business
Industrial.
growth and industrial growth over there. So this fits into that mold of what that area was designed for.
Being that's in Rockford and it's within our 1.5 miles, do we get a say in that?
It's in your planning jurisdiction. You have extraterritorial subdivision authority, and I can't remember if you have any kind of boundary agreement with.
We do.
So the terms of that boundary agreement might apply. But based on the terms of the boundary agreement, and then you're always entitled to submit comments, but whether you have any like binding regulatory authority, you have more subdivision control than zoning control outside your jurisdiction.
Most of the community concern that I read or that was posted out there was kind of like that it would tap into the potential use of the water of our area, as well as, because of the proximity or whatever water usage, if it was going to use water, that it would take away from our
Water table.
aquifer, our water table, or
So
our
and
resources.
that's the same thing I've been receiving is about concerns about the water. And from a personal access, my son builds these things. He's building a lot of the metal ones I say he was building, he works on them, building them. He's in the Pipe Fitters Union, and they do all the welding of the water supply systems. They're all closed loop systems now. They don't do any more open loop where they pull the water in and push the water out. The contamination of the water now, they don't even use glycol anymore in the cooling systems. They're just using corrosion inhibitors. So hopefully will calm some people, but it's just the fact that there's water and potential leaks. Well, my understanding is those huge buildings they're building, the actual server room is about the size of our conference room area. And that's what they're cooling with all that space. The rest of it's equipment. And then all the generators outside, those are a noise concern. But they also put all those out there because if they lose power, those things ramp up and they provide the power they need to keep that center going. Again, I'm not for it, I'm not against it. I don't have enough information to make an informed decision. And I think it's far too early in their project for us even to get the correct information. I think what's out there is a lot of speculation.
It seems like in, like DeKalb's, like the Meta one, the tax revenue that comes into those areas seems to be decent, yeah. So I don't know if, I mean, obviously it's intriguing to them, and obviously if there was something that we could capture from that too, that would obviously be beneficial. You know, I don't, again, without jurisdiction or whatever, that, you know, that we don't even know what would entail though, so. But-
Again, everything out there is so preliminary, but again, and I understand them being concerned because it's right there for them. But I hope they will take the time to actually find out what it actually is before just going to a hard no.
I mean, it's, what we know of things in the past doesn't seem so great on some of those that they've built in the past, you know, that suck up the water, pollute and things of that nature. So obviously I can see why there would be concern when you have no idea.
Right, 'cause again, they don't even have design plans, so you don't even know how this thing's gonna be built, what it's gonna do, where it's getting its power from, where it's, you know, they're talking about, the only thing they were talking about for power that I've seen so far is they're gonna pull off the landfill gas to energy at the Waste Connections landfill.
Which would be very beneficial because it's just burning off right now, right? So,
Well, they're pushing it back into ComEd, it's going back into the power lines.
They're producing electricity.
They're producing electricity and
I asked
pushing it in
them
the
about
grid.
it,
Lucky enough, the guy that runs that.
because I thought they were just burning it off. They had been for years.
No, they were, because they're old, they used to have CAT engines up there, and they failed emissions. So they shut all their power down, they were just flaring it all off. Well, they built a whole new system up there where they're doing landfill gas to energy. They're creating, the same thing we were gonna do at ours, but they could never get it to work. And so ours is now doing landfill gas to pipeline, they're pushing it into Nicor. So, just keep that thought that I'm receiving calls about it, we're receiving phone calls at Village Hall about it, but, you know, really, the people on Friday Road, the people that are down there affected, they might have our address, but they really need to contact the county. And at that, the county's not gonna have probably any more jurisdiction over Rockford than we do. Rockford's gonna do what Rockford wants to do regardless of what our stances are.
Is that property north of Edson Road there? That's still Ogle County, right? I know.
North of Edson Road is Rockford.
I
They've
know
actually
it's-
annexed.
I know, but it's still part of Ogle County, right? It's not part of.
No, that's Winnebago County, that's the county line. There's there are 155 acres that Rockford has annexed that are in Ogle County, and they are the old Wolfenberger property. Part of their expansion on what I've seen for information put out would actually be the land, it looks like along Junction Road, south of Junction Road, or south of Edson, east of Junction. That big open field, that's one of their places they have a spot that looks like it's set for like expansion phase 1 or something like that. That would be Ogle County, that would,
I thought everything south of Edson was part of was ours for the boundary, right?
But when he sold it.
it is, so they would have to talk, only that 155 acres, that is Rockford, that is where they cross the border. That's why we did the boundary agreement, was to keep them that way.
All right, got it.
But that's also, Brenda, do you remember what year that was, the boundary agreement? 08, 10?
It's a long time.
I mean, we gotta be, I think it was a 20-year agreement, a 25-year agreement, it's gotta be coming up to a close sometime soon. And they may realize that, and that's why they're doing it, so. Just want to put it out there, let you guys know that we're receiving calls about it, and if you hear anything, we don't have an official stance as a village, because we don't have enough information. Anything else?
I have something on the public.
Okay, public?
Yeah, unless you want me to punch out. so-
No, go ahead.
I don't know, if it's a complaint yet.
It is a complaint.
All right.
No, I'll mention it again, I think I mentioned it last year, I'll mention it again this year, whether we can do anything or can't do anything. Obviously, it's warming up, so the four-wheelers, the dirt bikes, the go-karts, the everything else is starting to pick up, actually has been for the last couple of weeks. So, racing down the rail bed, down Pacific seems to be, I don't know, they love Pacific. So, once again, I know it's always been, call the sheriff's department, I don't know if there's anything we can do, but, I can just tell you, it's freaking annoying.
well, the county has
It's a little
lifted,
quick.
lifted a ban on all that stuff, I thought.
they were looking at, them and Rochelle were both looking at it. I don't know where it ever went. I could ask John, I could ask
I think
Bruce.
Byron lifted some stuff.
Well, Rockford did the thing last week, they put out this big thing, splash on Facebook about how there's ordinances against riding this stuff on the street. And I just responded to them, well, then enforce the ordinance thing, because I've literally watched 7 of these run in front of a police car, and nothing was done.
They chase them sometimes, though.
I've
Well,
chased
not
them.
chase, they pursue, like, but it's,
Not catching.
but yeah, they just go through people's yards or into forests and they're gone, like.
But
they-
more than once, I've literally watched a group of these guys drive right in front of a police officer, and they just keep right on going. Supposedly, they've created the ordinance where they can't sell them fuel at gas stations. If they can sell them fuel if they bring it in on a trailer or in a truck or something like that, but they're not allowed to drive them in and fuel up, but you still see them at gas stations.
How can they do it if they do it at the pump?
Yeah, you pay at the pump and the guy's too busy to
Right.
notice that you guys are out there filling up, it's not.
So I mean, they can't enforce it, we don't have a police department.
It's for the honest.
There has been an or a presence, it seems like, in the area, a little bit of
Nick's been out here a lot.
police, yeah.
I was gonna say,
So-
they'll sit, I've seen them sit at the Sandvic Park in the parking lot.
Well, they were at the fire station the other day, and then they were picking up sticks up by the train station, or at train tracks too. I don't know what that was about, but he was kind of parked there, so I don't know if what they were pursuing, but I don't know.
Maybe unless they saw them going down that way, cause isn't that illegal to go down?
Again,
But they don't have any jurisdiction along the tracks though, do they? So, I mean,
Well, I mean, they're illegal in the state of Illinois unless you have your
No,
own
but
land.
I
over
didn't know
5
like the
acres, so-
railroad,
The railroad has their own police.
right,
Yeah.
okay. I have seen them once.
up in Cicero.
Like I said, I know we talked about this earlier.
I saw him out here once when somebody was making threats of violence against the train crew.
Yeah, I saw
They come
Canadian
flying out of
National
nowhere.
came, I saw that Canadian, they came to, I know what it was, I was working, they came to Benny's, and I was like, that's awfully, cause I thought it was Homeland Security, and I like, went out and I looked at the vehicle, I'm like, no, railroad's got police?
Yeah.
The railroad only answers to the federal government.
I was just gonna say, you don't mess with the
Yeah,
railroad
I mean,
police.
that's, all their rules come from the
Making-
feds.
people disappear since.
I don't know, cause I don't live in Chicago.
Those of you who weren't around for it, it went to the Illinois Supreme Court, and the Illinois Supreme Court said municipalities have no jurisdiction over the railroad. That's all federal. So, they've proven it to us.
Yep, that's what keeps all the cars from getting ripped off up.
Well, your congressman.
Where they hump them, Cicero, where they have all the big.
I don't know. Either way, anything further, public? Duly noted.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
John makes a motion to adjourn, Nathan seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This side? You guys want, okay. We're adjourned to 7:13.
I got it.
Aye for an aye.